Let me also discuss the request or the response that we've had from the Minister of External Affairs who was sitting there. His response is quite important. I would just want to ask you, he said that we are a proud democracy which holds a huge, vast population of people centered in India. So, of course, India is our neighbor. I want to get a know-how from you, how as you see this reporter the journalist just openly questions the MEA without any kind of regard to some of the older practices we know. However, it also shows the other side of Indian democracy. It's taken to a world stage, and a foreign journalist is asking the questions this time around. What is some of your reactions?
I think, India is ranked 157 in world stage in terms of freedom of press. So, for a leader like Narendra Modi, who has been, I was not to accuse him, but he has been in the control of Indian media for a long time, and there is a grave concern of human rights violation and insecurity for the religious minorities over there for a long time. Particularly, we have been notified lots of stories are available in the social media, particularly in the last couple of days, particularly in the West Bengal, when the BJPs have been win the election in the Assam and also in the West Bengal. So, particularly the insecurity of the minority Muslim people in there, and also lots of human rights violation currently taking place in India. But those news are not being circulated in the Indian mainstream media, because it has been hugely sanctioned and controlled by the Indian government. So, we have been found whenever anything happen in Bangladesh, particularly if any minority has been assaulted or killed, Indian news media immediately jump over Bangladesh to telecast those news stories, they asking for a commentary. But if that things happens in India currently, those mainstream media is been silent. Why that double standard things are taking place? So I really appreciate the journalist in Norway who has been very brave and taking these questions to the Narendra Modi, particularly, who has been very much a providing a communal leadership and taking away secularist principles in India to a very much a communal country. I must say that, because currently the Muslim people life, and also other minorities, but the Christianities, and also in several other provinces, the minorities' life and their properties and their business and their beliefs everything is in danger, particularly due to this communal politics and rise of communal politics in India.
It's not just the Ebola virus that has taken to storm as of recent. It also includes the Hanta virus. We've seen taking to social media headlines even a week before this week, and of course the whole debate regarding what we can do, and as I remember, Microsoft founder Bill Gates has mentioned earlier that are we ready for the next pandemic? This was at the cornerstone of the coronavirus that started, novel coronavirus or COVID-19. We still remember those days when we could not leave our home, stay quarantined, could not visit our family members even if one was infected. Just want to get some remarks regarding this.
So, the world is tremendously affected by this non-traditional security issues, this kind of pandemics, this kind of dangerously contagious viruses, and also increased effect of climate change and many aspects. But we are very unfortunate, our leaders in the world is still very much threatening each other in the traditional security lies. They are still busy with the border, is still busy with the aggression, is still busy with the looting each other resources. But on the other hand, world is very much in danger of extreme heating, extreme spread of this kind of viruses, pandemic. And we haven't learned anything. We haven't been learned anything from the global epidemic of COVID. You correctly mentioned in 2020 and onwards. So we are not yet ready, because we diverted all of our resources and all of our wealth for this dealing with the traditional security threat. We are still very much fighting each other. We are still bombing each other, and we want to control each other country, but we are not dealing with this non-traditional security threat. Global humanity is is in waiting and is in endangered. Their life would be endangered, because if any another form of this kind of pandemic broken out, I mean in the next few years, then we do not have any wealth. Actually, we do not have any resources to fight those kind of pandemic, because you have to invest a lot of resources to deal with this kind of emergency situation. But we are at the moment is very much diverting our beautiful and important resources into fighting and war, and that is really unparalleled at the moment. World is shortage of very rare earth materials, but the countries are very much focusing on fighting and looting each other resources, where these resources need to be invested in the African countries, where this kind of Ebola and other hantaviruses is very much, because their standard of living is very poor, and they need this kind of support from the UN, from the World Health Organization. But these two organizations is also have their great coverage of resources in the last few years, because the USA is pulling out from this organization.
USAID as well.
Yeah,
they pulled
USAID
out
from this organization.
That was actually looking after all the these
So
events.
where we need more investment for these causes, we are pulling out of resources from these causes for preventing these diseases at the global basis, because world is full of mobility. If you go for air transport, you can be affected. Any citizen can be affected. So we need more resources, more investment to prevent these diseases, rather than military might and threatening each other in military means.